Three candidates vie for the position of Elk Grove mayor. Incumbent Steve Lee is seeking his second term in office, challenged by Vice Mayor Darren Soon and Elk Grove business consultant Tracy Stafford. Each wants to tackle issues from jobs to traffic and city improvements, but there is one issue all three must face head-on. That is the issue of race, which came to a head in the last year following racist incidents in one of the country's most diverse cities.
I've heard the rhetoric before. We always talk about it because it's politically correct, right? But my thing here is enough talking about it. Let's actually do it.
For Lee, that means building off of the city's implicit bias training. That came after a racist note was left at Dreamgirls Fine Hair Imports and Salon 1 year ago.
I would love to see a diversity commission that includes staff and also community members. I want to see a diversity coordinator, somebody who can take the lead on this, a full-time person.
Lee's idea for a diversity commission follows a city diversity audit presented to council in August. It found 83% of the city's workforce strongly or somewhat agreed that the city is committed to having and supporting a diverse workforce. Nearly the same amount, 78%, strongly or somewhat agreed that their immediate supervisor is committed to and supports a diverse workforce. However, just 50% strongly agreed or somewhat agreed that the city's workforce is reflective of the population it serves. The report did not find any barriers to diversity in the city's workforce, nor did it find any evidence of discrimination.
I believe there's a desperate need for a different lens through which to view the community.
If elected, Stafford would create an office on equity and inclusion.
That would remediate a lot of the challenges because we'd have someone that was truly focused on that to really drive the strategy.
She would also ask more of city councilors, like holding town halls 2 to 4 times a year, giving the city's residents a chance to come together to discuss their own unique experiences.
We do not have town halls in Elk Grove unless there is a major issue. You know, it's triage rather than proactive. That in itself will bring those districts together.
You know, the hardest part is how do I encourage an individual who's sitting at home on his or her couch and wondering, why should I get involved?
Vice Mayor Darren Soon says he can't force his constituents to think or feel a certain way, but he can encourage them to create better connections.
I think we need to invest in that diversity, you know, making sure that people are able to have good conversations with one another, get to know one another at the most basic human level.
Soon says city festivals and community gatherings provide the setting needed to achieve these basic conversations. How strongly the issue of race relations figures into the Elk Grove mayoral race remains to be seen, but each candidate on the ballot says he or she is ready to work on it in their own way.
I think there's opportunities for conversation and change where it needs to happen.
Different communities, different ethnic communities, different folks of different background need to feel included in the process.
I am ready for a change.
In Elk Grove, Max Resnick, KCRA 3 News.